بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Hi, welcome back to Perspectives. Might not be able to cover all the topics today.
Okay, sure.
I think you have to get out now because somebody coming. I want to talk about this. Why the brutality of rape? What's your opinion? Why are we such brutal people?
Are you referring to rape or?
Well, rape turns into.
All right, let's talk about violence and brutality. It's out of revenge.
It stops being sexual and it becomes.
Yeah, it's completely out of revenge.
Is it?
Yes. Okay, for instance, being a girl, if I have rejected a boy, if I rejected a boy's proposal,
So rape her.
If a boy was being friendly with me and I gave him attitude and I had this ego factor within me, he
So
has
rape,
the right to come.
sexuality is
Yeah,
fine.
he has the
Why?
he either has a right to rape me or he has a right to spread out a controversy about
That's
me, or
But to beat you and stick a rod in you and
or throw acid
drag your
at
intestines
me,
out, why do you do that?
or throw acid at me.
Why do you do that? Where does that come from?
Ego.
And notice the countries that do that. Okay?
Yeah, satisfaction, I guess.
The importance is the countries that do that. The West has rape, violent rape. Okay, but they don't do this kind of stuff.
They do.
They don't get deranged.
They do.
No, they kill you. They beat you because of the fight. There'll be physical violence, but they don't get savage and they don't get psychopathic.
They do. I've
Okay.
heard a lot of cases. Yes, of course.
Like what?
I guess it's a general human psyche.
Like what?
Like really, whatever this Indian rape incident happened where the girl's vagina was torn.
No, they
with-
stuck her intestines.
Yeah,
They pulled her
yeah,
intestines
yeah.
out. That was so
And
bad.
That's what
West
happens.
happens?
Yeah, it does. They have
Maybe,
been-
fine. But my opinion, the reason this happens is, I call it SDS, which I would like people to Google. I'm not gonna.
SDS.
It's a small something syndrome.
Okay.
Because you are so incapable. You don't know what to do with her. It's not sexual. It's frustration. And you're so frustrated at your incapability that you do this.
Really.
The
I
kind
always
of-
thought it was a reaction of as a revenge to something that I've done to you.
There was this case in Pakistan where a cleric used to do that to his wife regularly as a punishment. Burning rods. Remember the case? This is from the 80s.
You told
80s
me.
or 90s.
You told me that.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? What kind of sick SOB are you? Why would you do that? Because you just don't know what to do with it otherwise. And so you need to show what a man you are. Because you can't really show it anywhere else. You might not want to show this show, but I'm going to say it anyways. Just use a judgment if you want to show this or not. But why is there so much Eve teasing? Because you know you can't get the girl. You're incapable of getting the girl. Why do you send a girl dirty messages when she's not going to respond? Why are you harassing women? Because you know you can't get her. If you could get a woman, you wouldn't be harassing other women.
Interesting case. Recently, a friend of mine mentioned she went to some place and there was a guy who came from a very low class family, and he kept staring and staring and staring and staring, and she noticed, but she ignored. Later on, that guy came up to her and said, "I want a picture of you." So she said, "I'm not going to give you my picture." He's like, "No, I need a picture of you." She's like, "I don't want to give my picture." And then later on, maybe it was some event, and he managed to get her a picture in a photo group, a group photo. And then later on, he said, "Oh, you know what? You said I cannot get your picture, but I did. Haha, enjoy."
What great achievement. What great achievement. We were on a flight back from Bangkok a few weeks ago, me and Bina sitting next to me, and there was this rather influential chap across the aircraft, and he kept staring at her. To the point where every few minutes I do this, and he comes and suddenly he's go. And then 2 minutes later I do this again, and he'd be staring at her. He kept staring at her forever. And I got so rude about it. I kept saying, but he wouldn't
You know
stop.
what you should have said? You want me to get up? You want to come sit here, have a nice close look, and then go up?
But my point is,
That's what I do
what
now.
are you getting out of it? Because
I do now.
because these people know that's the best they can do.
Yeah.
Why do they have these cars, and why did they dress
They consider
weird?
that they're going to impress the girls, but I'm sorry, that's
No,
not
they
gonna
know
impress
they
girls.
can't. They know they can't. So this is how they become macho. This whole macho thing is coming out of your incapability to win her otherwise, or may I say the word satisfy. Thus the sexual brutality. That's beating her up, and now I'm going to extend it.
We won't hear about domestic rape.
Marital rape.
Yeah.
That's another discussion. In this part of the world, there's no such thing. We think it's the man's right.
Mm.
That's another problem. Marital rape is another discussion we can, we can consensual rape. I say we can discuss that. Now I'm going to extend it a little further to get really, really into trouble. Have you seen Japanese porn?
No. No.
Get access to it somehow if you can. No, I'm serious.
Okay.
Just just look at some images.
Okay.
They invented bondage.
Mm.
They took it to the art of bondage, is Japanese. They are the weirdest people. I mean, they're dropping wax and beating the women up, and the whole methodology of sex is towards the humiliation and abuse of the woman.
Okay.
Okay? And you have to look at the SDS and you realize why they're like that. They have a serious shortcoming.
Okay.
And this is how
They show their power.
they show their power.
It's not different from our country, is it?
Now we're getting really graphic here, but here we are just so mediocre that we know we can't get it. So either we'll throw acid on you, we'll beat you, rape you and abuse you, torture you,
Stalk you.
because
Mhm.
now I'm a man.
Stalk you,
Now
call
I'm a
you,
man.
blackmail you.
Yeah. Because that's my power over you. And I'm going to take it beyond sex and rape. Twitter, people come and abuse you. And what are they doing? I always say, because you can't rise up, you're cutting others down to your size. Try to rise up. Try to stand up. Try to stand tall.
Oh, and this is further endorsed by the media in itself, because I've seen a lot of dramas where, because I've done, for instance, you boy, me girl, I was really mean to you during school time or during university time, but somehow you managed to, get me in love with you, and we finally get married, and the night of the wedding is like, you know what, here's the revenge time.
Yeah.
So I've done what I wanted to do.
There've been movies about that as well.
Yeah.
I don't remember a Hollywood movie about that.
No.
Or maybe there is a couple.
Is
I don't
it?
know. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, the whole revenge. That I get married to you, and then I'm going to be the man again now. So it's really.
So anyways, a
bad.
lot of people are going to say the West is like that too. I'm defending them wrongly. I'm
No.
not defending anyone.
I'm sure there have been incidents similar sort, but yes, majority.
But to one of them, we have 1,000 of these.
Yeah, we have majority.
For every
those
one of
cases.
those, we have 1,000.
Yeah. It's all about the mindset.
It's all about the mediocrity.
Mm.
It's all about the incapacity.
Mm.
It's all about because that's all you have to say.
Mm.
I mean, you can't say anything intelligent, so you'd start attacking people and abusing people.
Mm.
Why are there so many Indian Pakistani trolls? Because they have nothing else to say. They have nothing intelligent to add. They feel they can't come up to that level of discussion, and so they just attack people and abuse. Because that's the only way they can cut people down to size.
Yeah, I guess, and just to wrap the show up, the only factor that would make you a man is how you respect your women.
Ayesha, I wish people would understand that. They don't.
Yeah.
This is what we
Don't
are.
treat women like your property, or even vice versa. I'm sure a lot of females treat males as their property.
It is women who treat women like property, not men.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, it's the mother-in-law. It's the
Hmm.
mothers. I'm sorry, I say this a lot, but it's the mother-in-laws and the mothers who have created the society.
Hmm.
And mothers are creating the society.
You're gonna get a lot of bashing after this episode, so I guess we better wrap up.
Women are the destroyers of the society. Women are the destroyers of men.
I would still okay, fine. I agree to this, but I would also consider men responsible for it. It's not important that everything that a female teaches you, you would follow that. You
Men
have
are the actors.
No, not really.
They're fully responsible for
No,
the
not
acts.
really. I'm sure no.
They're fully responsible for the acts. But the psychopaths that the men are, it's because of women.
Yeah, I still don't. Not to, like, I wouldn't agree to it all the way, but yeah, to some extent, yes.
You don't have to, because you're a woman, you can't see it.
No, it's not about that. It's not about that. I am agreeing it. As in, I am agreeing to you. But I would still not blame it on the women. I would also blame men for it.
Who has more influence over you, dad or mom?
Both.
Who has more influence on your brothers?
Both.
Really?
Yeah.
Or is it more mom?
No, both. No. Both.
But would they ever disrespect your
Less
mom?
of mom.
Would they disrespect your mom?
No.
If your mom was upset about something, could they get away with it?
But that's the same with dad also.
Yeah, but dad they could argue with.
No.
If the mom was sitting there crying, if she was hurt and upset, how would your brothers feel?
I don't
If
know.
your brother misbehaved with his wife,
Both my parents would say no.
right? But who would be more who would be in more manipulative power?
I don't know, because both my parents would.
No,
totally oppose.
that's the slap power, manipulative power.
Manipulate in what sense? Make it clear.
The mother could manipulate your son to behave, have his son to behave in any way.
Really?
Who's inculcated that value into them? Your dad or your mom? To respect women, to be a certain way.
Okay, I have a completely different theory about it. For me, if I have a son, he would always do what my husband is doing, or how he's acting, or how he's
Yeah, but if
dealing
your
with
husband's
females.
misbehaving, you would still have the power to stop that.
I don't know.
So the son, me, I'm married to you. I have been raised a certain way and I've been screwed up by my mother. So now we have a
You're going
child,
to- yeah,
and I'm bringing that value into my child.
but I'm gonna stop it. Yeah.
You have the power to break the
Yeah.
cycle.
Yeah.
Now do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You
Now
would have the
it's-
power to break the cycle.
Right.
But you will not break the cycle because you screwed up because you are coming in with that same value and you're taking your revenge from society, and your son is your instrument of revenge. Because women in our society have been so marginalized by their mother-in-laws. They have been so marginalized and reduced to nothing that this is their revenge.
No. If I'm experiencing something, because if I have a bad experience with you, for instance, we are married, you treat me in a particular manner because of how you've been brought up by your mother. But if I'm experiencing something bad, I would actually teach my son not to do it. Not to do it.
Well, then I salute you, but that's not how women are.
Not to do it, and that's
That's-
how I see.
That
in
explains why we're friends.
No, and that's I'm saying it out of experience.
agree
because
with
I
you.
know females, and not to go far, I have similar females in my family who've actually stopped them,
Kudos to them.
and I guess that's how it should be.
Kudos. I respect that company. That's exactly how it should be.
But you know what's the problem? We're not the majority. We're the minority. The 2% doesn't count.
I do not agree. 5 million of the uneducated, or the evildoers, just one, 5,000 of them, and one educated, intelligent person speaking it out and making it fashionable is more powerful.
Okay, well.
Your
then.
silence is your disease,
Yeah, probably.
and your acceptance is your disease. Anyways, we've said too much on this one. Till next time.